afternoon of May 7th here. Just worked the field just on the other side of the trees here. There's one thing that field cultivators are good for. It's finding old logs and chains, ropes in the field. But things are working good. It looks a lot worse than it is. I even found a little barbed wire. I don't know if that's gonna come off without gloves, but it's working up very nicely. Sure it does. Little chunk, nice. No, I did not hit any fence. There's no fence even remotely close over here, so that just got dug up. They probably used to run cows. Nice low spot and a creek for them to drink out of. But things are working up beautifully today. Let's walk over there. Sun's out, it's baking down real nicely, and it's very almost powdery, and it's great. The race is on. I got about 2 hours left before I got to go to work tonight. I worked last night, so I just come out, trying to work down a bunch. They're talking rain tonight, rain tomorrow, and then rain the next day. Over an inch of rain. So we're trying to get as much in the ground as we can. So I'm gonna work all this, and with any luck, this will be about, if he gets these 2 fields planted, he'll be doing darn well. Well, now that we're back going here, like I say, I'm working as much as I possibly can, because wouldn't you know it, just when the ground, this is the first day that it started to work, and it's like, yes, this is what ground is supposed to look like when we plant, and it's gonna rain tonight. So, and then it's supposed to be a nice weekend. I don't know if it'll dry out fast enough in the couple 2 or 3 days that it's supposed to be nice. And then it's supposed to rain again next week. But bam! You wanted to plant? Bam! Mother Nature just got plants for us. Well, that's another thing about tillage. You never know what you're gonna find. Tillage is a lot like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna find. This is a pretty sure it's a seed drill. Yep, it's from our seed drill. It's an opening blade. That'll slice a tire. Looks like the mulch finisher went right over the top of it. Some scratch marks, but we safe. Give it a once over. A couple shovels that are getting close, but I'm gonna finish just to this tree line, and then I'm gonna run some fertilizer to them. Isn't it beautiful that this thing idles down? And I'm kind of excited to use these LED lights at night, but unfortunately by the time it gets dark I'll be at work again tonight. Just filling in my headlamps here, kind of on a weird angle. That's why it looks like there's checkers, but you had to turn so you didn't hit the trees. And just filling this in here. Quick planter refill with fertilizer, starter, and then 32 here. And he's gonna get back out there. I just swung in because I was close by. We've both gotten into a little bit of mud, but not bad. He's all full of starter and 32%, and he's off plant, and I'm going to drive back to my pickup, and I got to get to work. But he's got about 40 to 45 acres that I work down in a couple hours. You can work about 20 acres an hour with that thing. He'll plant that, and it'll be just after dark by the time he finishes, probably. It's all real dependent on the landlords of the fields we work, if they like what type of tile. Is it pattern tiled, or is it just through the wet areas? The ground's right there. Like, I'm talking like this morning, it just turned to the point where we could go. Before that, no. A lot of guys have been going for a couple days, but our ground, it was just not, it was like a muddy mess, and sometimes then you have troubles with the seed trenches if you're going to get them to close right. And I know we're starting to get to that point where I just talked about, you know, not waiting, but it's got to be somewhat, otherwise you're going to make an absolute mess with the planters. So we'll go as hard as we can tonight, and rain tomorrow and the next day, and then maybe this weekend we'll get a little more done. But with any luck, maybe it'll just completely miss us tomorrow, even though it says 100%. Plant turn! Woo-hoo! Well, that's it. Time to go to work. Well, he must have, I think it's like 70 acres in over here. And then he just moved down to that 40-45, so today he'll have over 110, you know, so that's pretty dang good for planting in a day, especially for us. If we really go after it, it'll be like 150, but he was on his own while I slept this morning, so he had to work a little ground, I think, and that slows the guy down, obviously. A lot of people will say that the liquid slows us down. It kind of does, but it really doesn't in the grand scheme of things. We don't have to have a guy out there dry spreading. Yes, we could hire that dry spreading done. That's added cost. We used to pull the cart ourselves, and when you're short on manpower, which today is just me and him, a lot of times it is just me and him during the day, having the planter able to put down the fertilizer, it saves a total guy a different tractor, everything. So that's helpful, and we just like the results that we get from putting the liquid down. So that's why we do that. Some people are probably gonna ask too, we're putting about 20 gallons of 32% nitrogen down on both sides, split on both sides of the rows. And then we're also putting 6 gallons or so per acre of starter fertilizer mix down in the seed trench. So yeah, it's a lot of liquid, but like I say, we like the results and it works well. But yeah, the planter took right off. Just figuring out our new settings because we had changed that sprocket size on the pump. But once we got that dialed in, everything else worked, and because we looked it over so closely and everything when it was kind of a slow start, and I'm impressed. So we're moving along, but the rain's gonna stop us again, but we'll just take what we can and get done when we can, and I guess let the good Lord handle the rest. So I got to get home, get showered, changed for work, pack some supper, and we'll see what the weather does. But if you don't hear from us in a couple days, we got rained out. So hang in there. We still got plenty of acres to plant. If you have any specific questions about our planting practices in terms of tillage or how the planter works or whatnot, seed tenders, fertilizer, let us know, and I'll try to answer those in upcoming videos. So with that, be safe as always, and we'll check you guys later.